that woman. Embrace yourself. Make him go wild, thinking of you and you alone. A day can't pass by without him thinking of you, because you're a witch in the bedroom. You wave your wand and oh my God, he's transfixed. He's in a trance because of your love, your passion, your Tonight, I want to make you feel good. You can never get enough of me. So I want to take my time to his thighs and make sure that you're caressing it. All the while, building eye contact. Breathe in. Breathe out. You have to be an intentional woman. If you don't take care of him, who will? Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jane Lawrence and I come with a lot of juicy content on my channel. If you're not yet subscribed, I would urge you to subscribe to my channel, because this is a channel where you will get all of the very best of juicy, practical stuff when it comes to sex, love, and marriage. All right. So if you know that you're a married person, you know that you are having some difficulties in a bedroom, or maybe you just don't know how to handle a man in a bedroom, this is where you ought to be, okay? And also have it at the back of your mind that if you're single, you still need to learn, all right? No knowledge is wasted, but that doesn't mean that you have to share your body with just any Tom, Dick, and Harry, okay? Learn, acquire knowledge so that when the time comes, you are better prepared to take on that dive, okay? Anyways, my name is Jane Lawrence. Now let's begin. Today, ladies, we're going to be talking about how to exude some femininity, some level of femininity in the bedroom with your man, especially when he comes back from work. Now, I need you to know that men have it tough, all right? Generally, both good and bad men, they have it tough out there in the world. So it is our responsibility as women, submissive women, to soothe that pain, ease that stress, and elevate a sense of belonging, a sense of love, a sense of safety, a sense of security for our men. That's why a woman is a home builder. The man just gives you everything necessary, all the apparatus necessary, all the materials necessary for you to handle a home when he's out there fending for the family. Your responsibility is to handle the affairs at home, making sure that when he comes back from the hustle, the bustle, the war, the chaos out there, he's coming home to a place of peace, paradise, a place of security, a place of love, a place where he is emotionally safe. And how can you do that? You have to be that woman who is capable of making sure that her man is all round wholesome. Because if you have a wholesome husband, you will have a wholesome family. And I am assuming that as much as you're filling up your husband, he's filling up your cup. Because to be honest with you, it's not solely your responsibility, or it's not solely the responsibility of a woman to take care or handle the physical, emotional, and mental or spiritual aspect of a man's well-being. It has to be 50-50. You put in 50, he puts in 50. And you both become whole so that you can impact upon your children, your family. So enough of talking. Now let me show you how you can be feminine in bed with your man, such that when he comes back from home, he just exhales a sigh of relief because he's coming home to his peace, to his woman. He knows that, give or take, he will have a deep sleep that night. Okay? What I'm going to show you today it's a preamble leading to the end goal. The end goal, which is always releasing the tension at the end of the day, having that orgasmic experiences. But before that, let me paint a picture. Your husband has just come back from work. Or if you have a husband who calls you up and tells you, oh, baby, I'm 5 minutes away. Okay, all right. I am assuming that as a virtuous woman, you've prepared meal for him. The dining is almost ready with his favorite meal for the day. The house is neat. Every part of the house is kept orderly. The house is well fragrant. Assuming you have children, your kids are well taken care of. They're clean. They're in their playroom or any part of the house playing, all right? Or maybe sleeping or something like that. I don't know. Nevertheless, let them see their father so that they can have that bonding time with their father as soon as he comes home. And also make sure that his water, his bathing water, is warm. Now, if he's a type that likes to soak himself in a bathtub, make sure that you've filled up his bathtub with warm water, or maybe cold water, whatever temperature he likes. Make sure that it is ready. If you have petals, you can put petals there. You have to be an intentional woman. It is hard work, but it's also for the betterment of your marriage, of your relationship. Because if you take into statistics, the number of women that have lost their husbands to side chicks, it's a lot. And the side chicks, they do a lot. They put in the work. Oh yes, you would say, oh, come off it. The side chicks, what do? Nothing. They don't have children. They don't have jobs. Or maybe they do have jobs, but they don't take up responsibilities as much as a married woman with kids and businesses take on. I can understand that. But like I said yesterday, we have been given the power as women to be able to multitask and to carry so much. As long as your husband gives you much more support, or as long as your husband gives you equal support mentally, physically, and emotionally, trust me, you will be put in that position. In fact, your conscience will not let you not put in the effort when it comes to him. Because when your husband walks in and he's all looking tired and stressed, what would you do? Would you just sit back and watch him look all tattered? That's your man. If you don't take care of him, who will? That's your baby. Your number one baby. Aside your kids. Your kids are your number two, but he is your number one. Because at the end of the day, when your kids grow up and they leave the home, they get married, you're left with that man alone. And that's the hard truth. Your kids might not find that time to call you up. All you have is your man. And men, I need to speak to you. The more investment you put on your woman, the more returns you will have, not just now, but when you're old and gray. So it's very important what you do now, how you treat your woman now. Because how your woman treats you is invariably proportional to how you've treated her in time past. And it's a fact. Okay, so let's just get back to what we're saying. He comes back from work, you give him a peck on the cheek, or you hug him, or you take his briefcase. You get to know his day, how his day was, how his day has been. You're really invested in knowing how his day was. And he sees that you're genuinely invested in knowing what happened. And maybe he will tell you. Of course, he should tell you. if he's in the right frame of mind. And then you take him to the bedroom. He goes off, takes off his clothes, and you lead him to the bathtub. While he's soaked in the bathtub with, your fragrance, your aromatherapy, soaked in, maybe, I don't know, foamed up bathtub. If you're wealthy enough, you milk up the bathtub so that he can just soak in. And then he breathes in the fragrance, soothing fragrances like lavender, rose, all of those aromatherapy oil that would get him relaxed. Because he's home. Daddy is home. And when daddy is home, everyone is safe. Everyone is happy. You've got to give him that kingship treatment. Okay? A well-fed man is a man who can put it down in a bedroom. So feed his tummy. The way to a man's heart, they say, is his tummy. Not necessarily sex. Because he needs the energy to be able to give you good, strong strokes. So feed him. You see, men of old, when they go to hunt and they come back home, the wives, they make sure that they feed this man with huge meal. So that when he's done, he goes and does the main work. His caveman work in the hut. That's the mentality you need to also bring. So don't rush him after he's taken his bath. That's not the time for you to start caressing him or stroking his joy. Are you okay? Man is tired. He just came back from work. Allow him eat and maybe watch some TV. You give him his meal. You sit by him and you have that meal. If you're the type who likes to wait for your spouse to come back from work so that you can eat together, fine. You can eat together and discuss. Make sure that you're involved in his business, in his career, in the activity of the day. Don't be that clueless woman that you don't know what's happening in the world of your husband's career. You need to have an inkling of what he does so that you are able to give him advice when he needs it. He should not be relying on so many people out there for advice. You know why? Because your interest is going to be pure. When it is good for him, invariably, it comes back to you. When he wins out there, invariably, you're winning. Because when that man has accomplished all that he needs to accomplish for the betterment of his family, you and your kids are going to be the one benefiting at the end of the day. So how are you going to benefit when you're not involved in the things that make him the man that you want him to be? Be smart. Be involved. Make sure that when he's speaking business, he can speak to you and you can understand his language. It's not just all about sex now. I wanted to talk about how to be feminine in the bedroom, but I think this is also a preamble to how you can be. You have to be all-rounded. So if you're involved in his business and he knows that you take interest in the things that matters to him, in the things that matter to him, he'll be much more relaxed. Sex will not just mean, enjoyment for him. It will not just be, I'm sleeping with a woman who just knows how to have sex with me, but she's not integrating herself in the things that matter to me, which basically for most men is money. How to be financially okay, because once a man is financially stable, he knows that he can take care of his home and he can be the head of the home, a head of the home that is respected by his woman and by his kids. That's number one thing a man desires, to be respected by his woman. And sometimes respect comes from who he is. If a man cannot define who he is, if a man cannot tangibly say, I am this is who I am, and that is born out of what he has accomplished, then he will not be mentally capable of giving you that which you want, which is emotional security, financial security, physical intimacy. In as much as you want to get him satisfied sexually, make sure that you are satisfying him mentally. Except you're married to a man who doesn't really care for a woman who is smart, who is so egocentric that he doesn't want his woman to know his business, or doesn't want her to be involved in his daily lives or in his affairs, then that's it. But if you're married to a man who is a sapiosexual, who gets turned on by your level of intelligence, who knows that above all the counsels that he gets outside, when he comes back home, his woman gives him a final say. You know, there are men like that who cannot make decisions without involving their wives, because they know that the woman is also smart up there. So you can be smart in the bedroom and also be smart out there. You just have to be rounded. I know we talk about sex all the time, but I also like for a situation where a woman is the full package. Business wise, she's there. Street wise, she's there. Bed wise, she's there. Spiritual wise, she's there. A woman who is capable of holding her husband's hands when he's down, and she's lifting him up spiritually to God, to prayers. Because the truth is, in all of this you're getting, if you do not have Christ, if you do not have God as a threshold in your family, in your home, forget it. No amount of sex, no amount of style, whether you want to carry your legs in the ceiling like this, no amount of style that you give that man is going to hold him. You have to be with a man who is accountable to God, because a man who answers to God is a man who will fear to do things that would go against his matrimonial home, because he knows that he's loving you as Christ loves the church. Oh, I'm getting all spiritual. I'm getting all spiritual. This is not what I was trying to do. Okay, so he comes back. So you guys have put the kids in bed. Now I'm talking to the married people who have family. And, you know, in the chaos of the day, you barely have time, but you want to create that time to bond. So you put your kids to bed, or he helps you put the kids to bed, because I mean, you've been doing all of the work at home and everything. So he just needs to put the kids to bed for you, and the kids are in bed, and then you spend time watching your favorite chick flick movie, or just speaking to him or talking to him. All right? And make sure that you have contact with him while you're speaking with him. Just soothe him. Listen to him. You have to be a great listener when it comes to your man. And you know, men, they rarely talk. So once you've created that atmosphere for him to talk to you, keep quiet and listen. I know you want to project. I know you want to speak on certain things, or just listen to him. Let him have a listening ear. And all said and done, you get in bed and you do this. So let's assume that your man is in bed right now. He's finished eating, and you want to put him to a great treat. And you crawl to him. Make sure that you build eye contact. And you go, "Hi, babe. How are you feeling? You okay? Tonight, I want to make you feel good. I want to make you feel like a man. You are a man, of course, my king. But I need you to feel so good, so that you can ease off the tension. I missed you. Oh, of course I know you miss me too. You can never get enough of me. So, I know you had a busy day, but you're here now with me. Let me make you feel good. All I just need you to do is close your eyes and enjoy what I will do to you. Because I want to take my time. And then you massage him. By then, he's going to be exhaling. Tell him to take in deep breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. And kiss. Every part of him. Guess what, babes? I can't wait for you to cuddle me. Now you're laying on his body. You're laying on his chest. And you know what you should be doing. Mm. What do you want me to do to you? How do you like me to be of service to you? Make sure you go down to his thighs and make sure that you're caressing it. All the while building eye contact. Do you get what I mean? Let me feel it. I love how my hand can make you grow. You're so huge. The best choice I've ever made. I can't wait for you to be inside of my warm, juicy butt. Lord, have it strong in and out. Filling me up. All of your juice. I need you right now to get behind me and cuddle me in a spoon position. I want you to take me from behind. I need you to plunge into my ocean of passion. I know you love it inside. I know you can't wait to dig in. Fill me up. Fill my cup. So basically, all you're just doing is talking softly to him, making him realize how much you want him and how badly you need him to release. More or less like you are giving him ASMR. Your voice is going to be so soothing, so healing, so much so that he wants to go deep inside of you and afterwards release quickly as possible. maybe not release quickly as possible, gets you there as well. And also release all of those things that you would do to him. Sultry sound of you, the juiciness, the warmth of you with him inside of you. Ooh, the caresses and all of that. You in your feminine energy or in your feminine aura just gets him pretty worked up. And at the end of the day, when he's done, all said and done, he will just fall back in bed and doze off. Work accomplished. Better still, you can fall asleep with him buried inside of you. That's if, when he's flaccid, it doesn't sleep out of you. Well, if that happens, then you definitely have a monster for a husband. That's it. That's how you sound soft. And that's how you get him to release. And that's how you make him feel like a man. I hope you've learned one or two things. So that's how much I can go because, I need to respect the YouTube community guideline, which I know that I haven't done so much. Anyways, that's how you can use your sexy, sultry voice with him and make him feel so good with you, especially when he's tired, he's back from work. That's pretty much like a massage. And when you talk softly like that to a man, there is this tingling sensation he would have in his head, coupled with you gracing your hands or lightly scratching your fingers around his body. He will be having goosebumps. Can you see goosebumps? He'll be having goosebumps like this on his skin. Girls, you don't know the power you have as a woman. We are powerful. Women are so powerful that you see a tiny woman back in the day capable of taming a warrior. Men who slaughter thousands of men, strong men out there with their sword. You see them come back home. First person they want to see is that woman who makes them feel like a man. The reason for their fight, the reason for their battle, the reason for him doing all of the masculine things that he does out there in the field. So if that man has been good to you, my darling, treat him so good. Make him feel the touch of you. Such that when he leaves, when he's not around you, all he thinks about is you. You're ingrained in the crevices of his heart, his mind. A day can't pass by without him thinking of you. Because you're a witch in the bedroom. You wave your wand and oh my God, he's transfixed. He's in a trance because of your love, your passion, your Be that woman. Embrace yourself. Make him go wild, thinking of you and you alone. until I come your way again tomorrow, hopefully, know that I love you and God loves you best. Mwah.